Guys, welcome to this video. In the previous lesson, we learned how to create variables in Python. Today, we will learn about different types of data that variables can store. The first one we will be taking a look at is a string. And the abbreviation for string is the str, okay? And then what is a string? I have already write this down right for you. A string is a text enclosed in quotes. For example, let's say if I have this variable like name, and then I have the name is Bob, okay? I'm sorry, Bob. And then right here, we can get the type, okay, of the value that is stored in this variable, okay? So, this is a string in Python because a string is a text enclosed in quotes, right? This is a string, and the string can be in double quotes or single quotes, okay? So now to get the type of the value that is stored in this variable, we will use the type function in Python. We will say print type, and then we pass the name of the variable, which is name. So this one, the type will go to the name variable and get the value and get the type of that value. Let's see what is the type of that value. You should see this is a string. And remember, the str is the abbreviation for string, okay? Okay, so let's take another example. Let's say if we use like, okay, language. I'm sorry, language. Okay, and then let's say we put Python, okay? And then in that case, we can, as I mentioned, you can use double quote or single quote. It doesn't really matter what you use right here. And then we can also print the type of language, the type of the value that is stored in the language variable. We type, and then we pass the name, which is language. And then let's see, okay? We'll see what will be the result. The result also is another string. So it doesn't matter if you put it in single quote or double quote, okay? And then now we have seen what is a string, and we take some examples. Now let's move on to integer, okay? An integer in Python is a whole number, okay? Integers are whole numbers, as you can see in the screen, and also the abbreviation for integer is int. Okay, let's take an example. Let's say age equal like 45. That is an example, and then we can get the type of the data that is stored in this variable. To do that, we do print, and then we pass the type function, and then we pass the name of the variable, which is age, right? Let's see what will be the result. Okay, you see the result is an int. Int is like, you remember the abbreviation for integer is int, okay? This is an integer. Okay, let me comment these two lines so you can have a better idea. You don't get confused. I don't want you to get confused right here. Okay. Okay, you see, this is an integer. Okay, so now we can take another example. Okay, let's say I can say year equal 2026. And what will be the type of this data that is stored in this variable of year? Remember, year is the variable, and the 26 is the data or the value that is stored in this variable. And then we'll pass the name of that variable, which is year. Okay, so let's try to see. And then you see, it is also another integer. Okay, so now we know what is an integer, and we take some examples, and also you learn how to get the type of a data in Python. That is an amazing skills you will need for your future career as a Python developer. Now we also will see what is a float. Okay, the float for the abbreviation for float is still stay the same. Floats are numbers with decimal points. For example, let's say if I say height equal, like, okay, 192. That is an example. And then if we print the type of that variable, okay, of the data that is stored in this variable, we will see what it will give us. And okay, let's leave it like that. Okay, you see, it is a float. So as you can see, this is a float in Python, and this is an integer. Okay, and let's take another example that we use every single day. Let's say price equal $9.99, and then let's print the type of the data that is stored in the variable of price. Okay, we use the Python function, the Python type function, which is like we pass now to get the type of the data that is stored in a variable, we'll pass the name of that variable, right? I hope you get it and you understand, because we will need that a lot in the future. This is another float, okay? So now we learn about string, we learn about integer, we learn about float. Now let's move on to our last data type that we will see today, which is a Boolean, okay? A Boolean can only be true or false. For example, let's say is student, right? Is student is true, right? So we will print the type of this variable. So of the value that is stored in this variable. So what will be the type? Let's see the type of a student. The type will be bool. Okay, just to let you know, guys, the abbreviation for Boolean data type is bool. Okay, it is written as you see on the screen. Okay, so this is a Boolean. Okay, so we will try another one. We say is logged in, right? Is logged in. Okay, equal false, right? And then we will print the type. Let's print the type of that variable. And then let's say which type is this, and then we'll pass the name of the variable is login, and then let's try to see what will be the example, what will be the result. The type, okay, the type is another Boolean because the Boolean can only be true or false. Okay, so I hope you understand, and then let me give you a little exercise so you can try to do. Okay, I want you to do this, and then you will write your answer in the comments below, okay? Let's say I print name equal in Dave, okay? You and then I print age equal 56, and then I print height equal 150, and then I print is married, okay, equal false. Now your job will be to print, okay, to print the type, okay, of each value that is stored in the variable, okay, and then you will do this. I'm sorry, and then write your answer in the comments, and then I will answer you. I'll take the time to answer you, and then if I need to explain that to you once again, I'll take my time to explain everything to you. And happy coding, guys. Do not forget to follow me for the next coming lesson, because this is an amazing Python course. I hope you will learn a lot of things. Thank you for watching this video. Happy coding.